Welcome to Creating Stories Lesson 3. Meanwhile, Tina entered the room and heard, "Hey, my wicked husband, I see the matter." Tina wiped her eyes and went out after hearing her friend's words. "I didn't say anything else because bad girls don't care about that. But understand one thing, don't have physical relationship with Tana." "Then why is it shown in the report that I had a physical relationship with Tina?" "I can't think of anything." Meanwhile, Tina thinks, "Nimai married without telling me. What if I told me?" A message came to Tina's number. "Please go to Messenger and see how great your husband is." Tina hurriedly entered the messenger and was surprised. "Nimai, he very bad. Is that Nimai? The doctor is doing dirty work with the girl." Unknowingly, Tina's chest is bursting with tears. Tina suddenly saw what she wasn't ready to see. Dr. Sathi was being taken towards the bed with Nimai in his arms, and everything was visible from outside through the glass window. Tina's world is turning upside down. "He thinks I loved Nimai more than myself. I don't know how I got pregnant. Great God knows." In Shiuli's video, she could not understand seeing her husband in her arms towards the bed. Nimai is living in the house of others. Tina wiped her eyes and went home. She couldn't stay in the hospital anymore. He who was placed in the seat of the gods did so. "You did not pay this price for my love. I didn't do anything wrong." He came home and slept without eating. Meanwhile, when I came home at night, I realized that something had happened to Tina. But one thing that keeps me thinking is that I didn't have any physical relationship with Tina, so how DN matched in the test? I do not understand. Something I made a report 3 times with my partner doctor. On the other hand, when I look to the side, I see that the other side has gone back to sleep. Both eyes are swollen. The mobile is locked. The mobile phone and gave the pass to enter Tina's Facebook ID. "Hey Tina, Logan done." A little surprised because Tona said, "Nimai Tina, the name will be in her heart forever." I didn't get anything after entering the ID, but I was surprised when I checked the inbox. No, this cannot be. I am with my partner. I can't think of anything. I didn't realize that someone was playing games with me. If I had entered Tina's room that day, I would have found the real curl pit, put the phone next to Tina and went to sleep. In the middle of the night, he woke up to the sound of someone crying. The sound of crying comes from the next room. I looked at the side of the bed and saw that there was no wheeze. I was surprised when I went to the next room with sleepy eyes. Tina is crying in prayer. I was not ready to listen to what was said in the introduction. Tina is sitting in prayer and saying, "Oh God, I raise 2 hands to your court of guilt this midnight." When people all over the world are in deep sleep, then in your court your relative raised both hands. I don't know if I have committed a crime for which I am pregnant today. Oh God, no boy has touched me except my husband Nimai. So how am I becoming a mother? You do not protect the dignity of a chaste woman. So why am I bad for everyone today? Bad to my husband? How much I prayed to get Nimai. I cried day after day. I woke up in the middle of the night and cried, laying my head on Nimai's chest and saying that I would sleep peacefully. I want your court. But why is my life without beauty? Today I became a prostitute to my parents and to the society. My husband, whom I had given a place in my heart, took another girl's breast. God, I can't bear my husband's negligence. May God give my last breath to my husband's chest. Do not separate me from my husband. He started crying after saying this. I can't listen to it anymore. Every word of Tina is touching the heart. I think to myself that no one will ever lie. In prayer. So what I heard wrong that day? Tina's house? No, that day I heard badly about Tina in the face and in the face of another boy. I can't think of anything. The next day I got fresh and went to office without saying anything to Tina. Meanwhile, Tina is sitting at home. Suddenly a hawker hands Tina an envelope. Inside the envelope are some obscene pictures of Nimai and Sathi. Seeing the pictures, Tina's chest is bursting with tears. Tina goes to Nimai's office without telling anyone. On going to the office and asking about Nimai, Payan said, "Madam sir, the doctor went for a walk with his girlfriend. They walk like husband and wife. You will look after your husband." After hearing Payan's words, Tina understands Nimai taking pity on him. She decided in my heart, I would take divorce. I may have taken pity on him and given him a place at home, Because of him, I can't bring my love partner in front of parents. So Dirvos wrote a note and left it at home and went to Tina's father's house. Meanwhile, I came at 9 o'clock without seeing Tina anywhere. I told Rita. Rita said, "I think the wife has gone home." I did change clothes. I saw a note on the table. I did not understand the note. Tina misunderstood me. And I saw the peaks under the bed. I was very surprised. The Dirvos paper. I left it in the cupboard without signing it. The next day after returning home from office, the car met with an accident. After I regained consciousness, I could not speak. The doctor told my parents that I am completely paralyzed. I can't say anything. I have no choice but to stare. Meanwhile, at home, I am sitting in a wheelchair and cannot move. I really want to see Tina's moon face. I heard that Tina is outside Florida. Every moment feels like a claw fight with death. Many friends came to see. Many hugged and cried. Hugging them could not give a piece of self-consolation. A few weeks later, Tina returned to Florida from New York. Hearing that I have this condition, asked Uncle Ant why she didn't inform him. Uncle tells Auntie Shuli what Mare said Nimai did to you. Why are you so proud? Everyone knows Reese's illicit relationship with the doctor girl, and this is the result of Nimai's sin. Nimai threatened you two not to marry, for which everyone said bad things to me. Dad, shut up. Nimai, my husband. I gave Dirvos, but he didn't give me. I would get a court order. No matter how bad the husband is, the wife must go to his danger. After coming home, he saw that I was sitting in a wheelchair and looking down. Eyes are watering. Tina went crying for a long time. A few days later, Mina came with a bouquet of flowers. Mina is my varsity friend, studied photography at Oxford University. I had many good friends. However, for one problem, they did not see each other's shadow for 6 months. Later one day, Mina came and said sorry and fixed everything. A wedding card with a bouquet from Mina. The card shows a boy with Tina. Tina's wedding card was not left to understand. What surprised Mr. Nimai? Your wife is going to be someone else's wife. That's why the liver is bursting. I was about to burst the day you and Tina got married. I couldn't bear to be with you. I was so crazy about you in varsity. I used to fill every corner of my room with your pictures. Loved you. Knew that. Still ignore did. I took your words as a challenge the day you slapped me in front of everyone in the university and said, I love Tina. No one can separate us except God. I heard from my partner that you are a guest of this world for a few days, so I came to say something true. Your wife Tina is as pure as a flower. Your child is in her womb, but she will have the abortion tomorrow. He will then rock married and your wife Tina. Oh no, your love is Tina. Do you know that Rocky loved Tina since child? So despite all this, he is marrying Tina. Yes, now how can you be a father to Tina's child without physical relationship? And how, your darling, being the mother of your child. So listen, do you remember? One date last month was my birthday. You and Tina were my only guests that day. You two were there that day. I did mix a drug in your glass of syrup at night, which erases the memory of 5 hours after eating from your brain. After taking those drugs, I gave you both sex pills as a trick, and the two of you unknowingly played dirty games that day. I was suffering a lot, but I had to play this game. Then the next day, you two go to each other's house. Can't understand anymore. What happened between you at night? Ha ha ha. Now you think that on that day, Tinar's house went in front of the door with flowers and heard Tinar and another boy doing bad things from the room? Yes, you heard that right, but the voice was mine, dubbing. You know I'm not a photographer, I'm just the world's best at editing. Before that I go to Tina's house, soon to Auntie, that they are going out and ask you to come. I use this opportunity. Before you come, I'm go to Tina. When Tina brings tea for me and her, I mix sleeping medicine in the tea. If Tina falls asleep in time, I wait for you to come when you're at the door. I turn on the tap recorder, and you get it wrong, and edited all your videos and photos given to Tina. It's so painful to know that even though everything was in my plan, God caused your accident. If I were alive, I would kill you, but alas, you will not live long, and your child will be aborted tomorrow. Tomorrow is your sweetheart Tina's wedding, and yes, it is revenge for slapping me. This is the punishment for ignoring me even after loving you so much. May your life be happy and happy with flowers. Going to UK tomorrow. Revenge is my last, Mina says when she goes out of the room. Then Mina was surprised. Rock, Tina, Rita are all standing in front of the door. Miss Mina was surprised. Everyone was surprised to hear such words in my mouth. Everyone knows I can never say Tina, Mina said. So how can you say Tina? You are not sick. I started to laugh when I heard it. I was not injured in the accident, it was all a game. As you have done these things out of sight, I also played the game in private. I knew you were behind everything. So I told my partner and my partner's boyfriend, Rocky, to do this. My partner is my best friend, and I know this too, like Tina's flower, PBA. I got proof of that during the prayer. Miss Mina heard that nothing in the world is invisible. Truth will win one day or another day. Thank you for creating stories.